I don't know. Actually, I kind of want to watch this video because I know this one's gonna be mad stupid.
Time for the merch drop. It is here finally for years. Look at that! What a fine piece of art.
Wait, what was that cringy ass shit? Wait, I have to see this. I have to see this cringy ass shit. Moist. Feminine, not feminist. Oh no, they're still living in 2015, dude. Wait, I gotta see some of this merch. I know it's all shit. Oh, what's up, Vicus? You are late. Cringe. Feminine, not feminism. Me dick stinks. Wait, can we just, do we have women here? Do I have a single women here? Because I want to look at this for a second. Okay. Would you imagine you imagine you like get taken home by like a guy and you like him, he's cool or whatever, right? And he takes off his pants and he's wearing underwear that says my dick stinks. What's your first reaction? I need this. Or gay guys, someone like you is this based? Advertising how much your dick stinks isn't a turn on? Yeah, dude. And then you have some other dude's face on you. Not a turn on. You'd laugh in his face and then leave. You'd like put your bra on and then leave again. I mean, I cannot possibly imagine that any chick would like see this like coming at them and be like, oh yeah, this is hot. Yeah, I love this, right? Oh man, my dick stinks. Stinky dick. Why is this his thing? Why is this his thing? My dick stinks. My dick stinks condoms. Yeah, what is this meme shop, dude? This is incredible. Wait, I need to see this shirt. And then the whole beginning of the video is him talking about his merch. So that's not happening. We're skipping that.
Aggressive women complaining about the problems with men. What's wrong with men? The problem with masculinity. Why men are so terrible and what we can do about it.
Why men are so terrible and what we can do about it. Many people, including clients, what is this from? Have begun asking what's wrong with men. The answer is complicated. Okay. Well, I mean, I really like, this is a really good conservative, we're closing this. This is a good conservative, like debate tactic. What they'll do is they'll start just throwing up random inflammatory headlines without actually reading, and they don't actually expect you to go and find out what the actual article is. Here it is. Oh, it's from the analysis. It's from the opinion section. The man she was seeing suddenly stopped answering texts. Worried, she sent him an email and tried calling him, but the same results, no reply. She then discovered that she was also blocked from his social media. What happened? She just experienced ghosting. This is increasingly common in a social phenomenon. So what's wrong? Me too. Oh, so this is from a psychotherapist. One of the difficulties she told us is that men are not so clear about what it means to be a good guy. We're in a moment where what it means to be a man is shifting. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like the idea of reforming masculinity. It's kind of like in flux right now. When one of the sons was bullied at school, his teacher not only failed to reprimand the other boys, he also added to the hurt, telling him, "What's the matter with you? Are you some kind of sissy that you can't take a little teasing?" Ooh, nice. All right, teacher completely just shitting on a kid getting bullied. Nice, just telling him to walk it off. It's hard to combat that attitude, this dad told me. It seems to be the ruling philosophy these days. This man, like Ann Sale, is referring to what social scientists call social context. Men behave badly, says the psychotherapist, author Joanne Kavanaugh, because they can. Men that I interviewed said something similar. Men still have most of the power in our culture and in the world, she said another dad with teenage children, a single guy in his 30s. We have a very skewed vision of masculinity in the world. Oh, wow. It's an article about toxic masculinity. Incredible. And he's putting this up as something like people are being mean to masculinity, as the article literally criticized something that he probably would say is bad, or maybe he wouldn't agree that's bad. Who knows?
About it. Toxic masculinity, the problem with men. As the great Charlie Sheen would say, men, mentally men. But what if the other sex had,
This is a comedian, mind you. So take care of his jokes. This is a comedian, okay?
Say things about it that men don't like. Let's dive deep into the problem of modern femininity. Femininity is defined as qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of women. Those
Don't worry, no conservatives are funny. It's because all conservative humor has an underlying like veneer of contempt for the people that they're talking about.
characteristics have very much changed over time, and I think that's a really good thing, because 50 years ago, if you were characterized as a very feminine person, you would have been stuck inside the house all day and basically been, not a slave's the wrong word, but been second class to the man in your life. And that's bullshit. That is not how we should run anyone's life. But also 50 years ago, 53% of people said to a survey that to be feminine meant to be a good mother and caring, and that makes complete sense. Women are created to look after children. And I know that—
No, he's doing it. No, he's doing it. He's doing the like biological. He's doing the like freaking biological femininity. Wait, in the last video, Issac Butterbeard. In the last video, you lamented. He was crying, cringing and crying about the fact he had to dab his beard of the tears. Of the fact that men don't get custody as often, nowhere near as often as women do in custody cases. Don't you think it makes sense if a man and a woman break up that the person literally created, their only reason, well, one of the big reasons why they're here is to take care of kids, that they should get the kids? Don't you think that makes sense? It makes a lot of sense from the biological essentialism that you're pushing. It's kind of weird how these people can like talk out of both sides of their mouth and pretend like they're saying something different. Like through like different videos, his arguments, they should like carry over, but they don't. It's different. He's like, women are created to take care of kids. Wait, what do you mean I don't get my kid? Like, okay, buddy.
That freaks a lot of people out. It doesn't mean that you can't do other things with your life, but you are wired biologically to take care of the things that fly out of your spout. But
I mean, like hormonally, you'll have that sort of connection there, but anyone can be equally as caring and loving of a child as the woman, as a mom can. Equally as caring, if not more. Yeah, if you've ever had anyone with a really garbage mom, sometimes someone else's mom is better, or even a woman who's not a mom, or a guy who's not a dad, or whatever, can treat that kid better. It's not like this is unique, or they have some special like super connection on a spiritual level that you cannot get anywhere else. You can just care for a kid and be perfectly fine.
I fucking hate about this is for some women, they hate that. They despise the fact that some women want to be mothers. They think it is second best to what their life could be. And that brings me to my first point, my first problem.
Where? Who? Here. See, the thing, this is what this guy does. He just throws out a bunch of like random shit without providing any information. Like I said, he just provides information that feels good and feels true, even though it's not.
Problem with modern femininity. Women hate other women.
Women do hate other women, but I don't think this is anything new. Women, I think, have always hated other women. I don't know what it is. Maybe, I don't know what it is. I think it's probably toxic femininity, but it's always been a thing. I don't know. I grew up around a lot of women who hate women. They're like, I want to run with the boys. I'm not like other girls. I wear Converses. I wear long shirts under my t-shirts. I grew up around like girls who are like kind of like boyish, like tomboyish, but not all of them hated women. But I don't know. I just know like a lot of girls who hate women. Like if I said half the things that they say, I'd be labeled as a massive misogynist. You like pizza so much? Yeah. Let's go. I like pizza. I just eat crackhead energy. I mean, come on now.
This problem is absolutely without a doubt built from New Age feminism. Now, I'm not talking about everybody, but if you happen to second guess feminism as a female, then you will be ostracized from that group of New Age feminists, and they will look down upon you, down their long, shitty nose.
Wait, you ask a question about feminism, and then, wait, is he making like a Jew joke right now? Wait, what's going on?
Ostracized from that group of New Age feminists, and they will look down upon you, down their long, shitty nose at you. Feminists for some
long shitty nose. What amazing commentary coming from this very, very real and very successful comedian.
Some crazy reason hate the fact and hate the women who don't want to work in this high-paying, high-power job where they're working 90 hours a week, and they'd rather be at home, and if their partner, if it's a male, they can financially support the family. They hate the fact that some men can do that for their families, and I think that's so strange.
No, I don't think anybody really unironically hates it, right? It's hard to the thing, it's because it's hard. It's the same reason why lots of people kind of fall into the trap, especially lefties, fall into the trap of calling like way too many things fascist. This happens. This actually happens. And like it kind of like loses meaning with like other people. Like it's hard to sometimes differentiate someone just being happy being a housewife and someone trying to push housewife-ism on someone, right? Feminism didn't force women to go into the workplace. Capitalism did. Okay, the whole reason why it's so hard to be a stay-at-home mom now isn't because that she's going to go on Twitter while she's cooking dinner barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen 12 minutes before her husband gets home, and then someone's like, I hate stay-at-home moms, and she's like, no, my life is over. That's not because of it. It's because she knows for a fact that she won't be able to support her husband if this my bad. She knows for a fact that her and her husband wouldn't be able to support the home that they live in and the quality of lifestyle that they want if she isn't working. So feminism gave her options to either be at home or go to the workplace. Capitalism took away the option to just stay at home. It's perfectly fine if you want to be a housewife. Go ahead. Freaking for one, Bob's your uncle. 2, Godspeed. And 3, have fun. Go. I was gonna say kill yourself. Don't do that. Not knock yourself out. There you go. That's what I was trying to say.
Why wouldn't you just be happy for everyone to live their life and live it with a smile on their face? What matters in life is making a happy family, in my humble opinion, not what you do for a job, you fucks. I think this article, this sentence portrays my point exactly. This is from the Equal Times. Whatever the fuck that is. Motherhood, it is... This
Wait,
is
I want to read this down. The rise of the disobedient mother towards a feminist vision of motherhood. What?
The Equal Times. Whatever the fuck that is. Motherhood, it is true, is one of the main instruments traditionally used to dominate and domesticate women. What absolute bullshit. You make that choice. That is your choice to have a baby, and you should be proud of that.
Wait. Motherhood, it is true, is one of the main instruments traditionally used to dominate and domesticate women, which goes the same way towards explaining the rejection it faces. It went on to something. The rejection it faces. We can't read all of it. Anyways, I mean, this is true. Yeah, I mean, this isn't saying that being a mother is bad, but that is true. How they've been always seen to be, stay at home, especially like 1950s back. They just women. Your job is to get married at 14 and then have kids by 18 and then just be at home, never learn to drive, never go to school, just be uneducated and just like live under your husband. Like he himself, wait a second, he himself in the earlier part of this video said, like, commented on that, didn't he? Wait a second. Can I find this again?
If you were characterized as a very feminine person, you would have been stuck inside the house all day and basically been, not a slave, slave's the wrong word, but
he thought about like the relationship between men and women 50 years ago, and the first word that came to his mind was slave. Okay, and now he's mad. Now he's lamenting over someone expanding on that idea. Maybe it's because he doesn't know how to have cogent, expanded on thoughts. I'm not sure, but apparently he just can't handle it. Like someone actually saying the exact same thing that he said earlier in the video. Now he's irate. Now he's angry about it. It's so funny. It's crazy how he can say one thing in the beginning of the video and someone else can say it in different words in a more educated fashion. Say the same words out of another person's mouth, and then he's angry about it. This is the intellectual, like, Thunderdome that is right-wing content on YouTube.
Domesticate women. What absolute bullshit. You make that choice. That is your choice to have a baby, and you should be proud of that choice. You're bringing life into the world, love into the world. Just because you don't want to go and become a fucking lawyer after that, who gives a fuck? On average, right? Women will choose jobs working with people, and men will choose jobs working with things. It just so happens.
Why? You don't think, is there any societal link between those two things? I think there could be. I think there definitely could be, And why are the jobs that women usually pick seen as less valuable? They're paid less. Why is a mother, if you're a stay-at-home mom, that's a pretty big job. We need stay-at-home moms. I think you should get like at least a tax, like a bonus for that. Something equivalent to like at least a minimum wage job. It's pretty insane how we just like kind of disregard all of the jobs that women tend to go into. And he's not even gonna think about why we go there in the first place. It just happens to be this way. I don't know. We just popped into this. It just just things just happen. Yeah, who cares? It just spawns from the ether. It came in a meteor or something.
Happens that the men choosing the jobs working with things will be paid more on average because things are worth more than people. Now, if that's fucked up, that's fucked up. Whatever. And if you're still mad at that, get over it or get a higher paying job. It's up to you.
Or let's change society. Why is it always get over it or do something else? And so how about we fix problems? I thought a man's thing is to actually fix problems, not run away from them. My man, he's like, run away from all your problems. Just run away. Let's actually fix problems. Let's leave people there. People are important. They're more important than things. I think so. If you work with a person, I think that's generally harder than working with a thing. People are kind of wonky. Things can be fixed. People sometimes can't.
There's nothing wrong with being a mother. Don't be such a fuckwit and look down upon other women because they want to do something particular with their life. Ladies, I know you'll back me up here. There is so much shit that's just so toxic in females' lives. This is the thing with the difference between men and females, and particularly, let's go back to school, right?
What the fuck? He's just throwing around these words. Men and females, women and males. Like, do you really, I know for a fact he has absolutely no clue he has absolutely no clue the difference, what the difference is between men and women and males and females is. You know that. You can see it in his face. Like, actually, unironically, this looks like the facial expression he'll make if you go, Mr. Isaac Butterfield, you do know that there are men and women and males and females are 4 different categories of human being, right? You do know that. He'll make this exact face. He'll be like, huh? What? He has no clue what's going on. Mind empty. No thoughts.
Everyone at school, if 2 dudes don't like each other, they'll have a fight, right? Which is not great, but whatever. 2 girls don't like each other, they will try and psychologically destroy.
Don't you think it's crazy how like two guys, they're like literally in a physical altercation, they could threaten to kill the other person, something along those lines? Because I think mental and physical abuse are both pretty bad, but like at the same time, you could almost kill someone in a street fight. Like the odds of you dying in a street fight, all you have to do is fall. If you're like over 5 feet tall, all you have to do is fall and your head hits the pavement and you could like bleed out. Like, I mean, like, what are you talking about? That's dangerous. And all the problems, he's like, whatever. Yeah, who cares? Just be that way. Life just be that way. He sees problems in this country and he's like, life just be that way.
Each other until one of them tries to kill themselves. This toxicity, this attacking nature of feminists leaves not only themselves but other people, other women, feeling like victims. And this is the second problem that I see with modern femininity: playing the victim. The victimhood complex is something I fear for in men and women as well. It's a bad place to be. And I worry if I were to have a daughter one day that she might fall down this rabbit hole, because it's such a negative thing to have in your life, constantly blaming other people for things that have gone wrong and not accepting the fact that you have autonomy over what happens in your life, what job you get, what things...
Autonomy over what happens in your life? My dude, I don't know he says he lives in Australia. Listen, in my country, there's a 30% chance of you being... There's a 30% chance... there's a 70% chance if you're born poor, you're going to stay poor. And it's only been getting worse. So I don't know what you're saying to say that you have autonomy over all of these things in your life. You have autonomy over 2 things in your life. Some people do. Not even all people have autonomy over these 2 things, right? But a lot of people, neurally typical people, have autonomy over these 2 things in your life. Things that you actively want to think about and things that you do physically. And that's it. That's the only 2 things that you have autonomy over in your life. That's it. The type of education that you get, absolutely not. The place that you grow up in, your physical health, your mental health, all of these things are not under your control. The friends that you kind of keep around, not necessarily completely in your control. There's so many things that are outside of your control. 99.99% of the things in your life are not within your control. They can be taken away from you or given to you within a blink of an eye. So to imagine that all of this is like your fault in particular is crazy. Obviously, we should have some sort of personal responsibility of the things that we could possibly do to try to make our conditions better. But to say that we have complete autonomy and control over these things is ridiculous.
As you do. But the victimhood complex is reinforced by what women see on social media and what women learn in school and in university as well. They're constantly being told they're not good enough, that men will always have the upper hand. If you genuinely believe that, then they will have the upper hand and they will always beat you. Believe in your fucking self. It's that simple. And it's not just about jobs or learning.
Wait, so these are the type of people who try to pretend like something like racism doesn't exist, right? They try to pretend like crazy things like racism doesn't exist, right? Because this is where this line of thought expands, right? If you never ever accept that anyone else could be in a more privileged position, because this is what his ideology boils down to, the logical extension of what he just said is that you should never ever believe that anyone at any point in time has ever been given any privilege that made them more susceptible to succeeding than you. You can't believe that. And if you do, that means they every time you believe Bill Gates has a better life than you, he gets $1 billion in his bank account. Like, just just willpower your way out of being poor. You just do it. You can do it. I hope when you come back, McMuffin, I know for a fact you're going to be at Jeff Bezos level. It's just that easy. Willpower your way out of being poor. Like, it's ridiculous if you spend a modicum of time, a minuscule amount of time, a millisecond, using the couple of neurons that still may be active in your head to think about what this guy is saying. It's all stupid.
Women are constantly being told to be afraid of men, to be worried that they're going to hurt you. If you walk down here, a man's going to get you, a man's going to hurt you, a man's going to dump you, break your heart, hurt you, all these horrible things.
Well, I mean, that can possibly, be true. I'm not going to say that all men are like harmful or whatever. They're definitely not. Absolutely not. But there are like lots of bad guys out there, and those bad guys are usually stronger than most women. And those women have far less likely to be able to successfully defend themselves against like most guys. Like, we saw like this guy standing next to his girlfriend, right? Where are we right now? 7:30. Like, I mean, if he could just like, he could pick up this chick and freaking throw her against the wall. He probably could. I mean, I think it's safe to have a reasonable amount of a reasonable amount of, self-preservation around people who are physically bigger and stronger than you. I think if you're a guy and you're like 5'10" or something, and your whole life you've spent around guys who are like freaking Shaquille O'Neal size, right? You'd be like, I'm scared to just be alone with like someone like this at any point in time. I mean, there's a reasonable amount of caution that you can take without literally trying to stay away from like all men because they're all rapists, which isn't true. To think that like no women should ever be scared of like any man at any point in time. I mean, no.
Society and feminism has designed women to be beaten to their knees, and they will remain there unless they decide to stand up. And standing up isn't going, oh, we hate men. No, it's accepting the fact that you have to judge everybody based off who they are, not what sex they are. It's tough being a woman, no doubt. You have to deal with periods and pregnancy and all that shit, creepy dudes as well. But the uncomfortable fact is men are more likely to die at work, more likely to die.
Well, they're a little more like, well, now, buddy. They're more likely to die at work because they take a job. Maybe. If men wanted to not die at work so much, maybe they should take some personal responsibility and stop going into jobs that are far more likely to end up in you being killed. Stop being loggers. Stop going into steel mills. Stop being fishermen. Stop doing all these. Stop being police officers. Stop being firefighters. Stop doing all these things. Stop. If you want to stop dying at work. Beaten to your knees. You're kink shaming? Don't do it. No kink shaming in chat. None. Unless we're kink shaming Vicus for being a furry. Other than that, no kink shaming. But no, like, I mean, if maybe you want to take some personal responsibility, stop complaining and thinking that this is society's fault, and just stop going to jobs that can kill you. This is the reason why most men die at work, because they go into jobs that are far more dangerous than women do.
At an early age, more likely to get cancer, more likely
to get cancer because of the jobs that they work at. You're more likely to get lung cancer if you work in a freaking coal mine for 25 years and develop black lung. I mean, that's definitely true. And other cancers as well, because men are less likely to take care of their bodies as well.
To die of suicide.
Oh, smoking. That's too. Well, patriarchy, not being able to share your feelings with other people. Once again, like lots of these problems. You just don't understand. You don't understand what's going on. You don't get it.
Go to prison or lose their children in a court case. This isn't saying that men have it worse.
Well, like you said before, women are biologically better at taking care of kids. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, by your definition, it sounds like it makes sense why women would get their kids in a family court.
Women, it's saying that both sexes have a lot of shit to deal with. Life is horrible sometimes, but you have to accept that and you just have to deal with it. That's the only way to get through it.
Or we could try and change life. Why should we just deal with problems? Shouldn't we try and fix them? Like, can you imagine getting this information from your like psychologist, your freaking therapist? You know, you go to therapy, you go to like a neurotherapist or something, like a psychotherapist. You go to your like psychologist, who can like prescribe you medicine, and you're like, and the therapist goes, yes, seems like you have schizophrenia, you have ADHD, you have restless leg syndrome, and you're a little ugly. And you're like, well, doc, what are you gonna do? And he's like, I'm gonna prescribe you 50 cc's of walk it the fuck off, bitch, get over it. Like, what? This doesn't happen. Like, how about we try and fix problems? You know, instead of just like putting up with it and dealing with it. If society's bad, we made society. Let's fix it. You know, but I guess he just doesn't care.
And if you refuse to do that, you will be beaten to your knees and you will remain on your knees for the rest of your life. Now, on the topic of being...
Whoa now, buddy. If women want to be on... Okay, I'm not even going to go there. I'm stopping. I'm stopping. I can't even make that joke. What's up? What's up, Cersei?
On your
it's
knees.
Nice to see you.
The third and final problem I see with modern femininity, I call it the Cardi B effect.
The Cardi B effect? What, they get wet-ass pussies? Is that it?
More and more women right now believe, and I genuinely think this, they believe that the only thing
they got a fat pussy that you got to bring a bucket and a mop for it. Is that it? Is that what they believe?
They have to offer is their sexuality or their body. In their minds, they have
Wait,
this...
what? Oh no, he's a swerf. What am I? He's not even a feminist. He's like the anti-feminist swerf. He's like anti-sex work. Oh no.
Thought, and it is an absolutely crazy thought. It's wrong and ridiculous that being a big old slut, being a whore, and being over...
Oh no, he's going the slut shaming arc. We've reached it. We've reached the slut shaming arc.
Overly sexual on social media is a front for being intelligent. I don't have a problem.
I don't think any girl has posted like her freaking massive milkers on Twitter and then gets a bunch of likes and she's like, yeah. I'm my own freaking Stephen Hawking. I'm intelligent. I got a PhD in fat pussy. Like, what do you? I don't think anybody is like, yeah. Me having OnlyFans. That's like basically having it my GED. What are you talking about?
Problem with sex workers. I don't have a problem with OnlyFans people. I don't have a problem with people that do any of that shit. You do you, baby. You will be a stripper. Fucking good on you. But
as he goes on to call them all whores and sluts and filthy bitches. Okay.
Don't pretend that you're doing it because you're better than other people. You're a big old whore who couldn't do anything better to make money, so you.
Okay. So I don't have any problem with you, but you're a big fucking disgusting whore who couldn't do anything else to get money. You couldn't get by because you're dumb. So now you have to sell your pussy on OnlyFans to incels. This is, yeah. But I don't hate him. I don't hate him though.
Resorting to this. If you accept that, cool. We on the same.
So you're, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yep. Just toting out the classic arguments. You can't just like want an OnlyFans because you like it. Why did you decide to become this? Yes. Issac Butterfield, too fucking stupid and degenerate to actually get a real job like a real man, working in the Australian steel mills like his grandfather would have liked. So he decided to take the easy route where he talked to brain dead losers on the internet and farm ad revenue from them because he had to resort to this because he's just not smart enough to go on to be an engineer or a doctor or a scientist or do anything else that actually benefits society. He just decides to make videos because he's just not smart enough to get by. He had to resort to this. Like, you're like, really?
Same page, but if you don't, it's like a fat one. Now, if you don't know who Cardi B is a former stripper turned rapper and feminine icon. Yes, she is definitely.
I mean, she's very feminine, at least the way she looks.
A great person. Don't get me wrong, she did some fucked up things in the past, like, drugging and stealing from men and potentially sexually assaulting men. But we'll forget about that because she's a feminine icon.
I don't think anybody really forgot about that. That was a really big thing when that came out.
Cardi B is defending herself against an old video that surfaced online where she claims she drugged and robbed men.
I want to go straight. I want to go, oh yeah, you want to me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug up and I robbed them. That's what I
If a dude had said that, a celebrity had said that, his career would have taken a huge nosedive. But this...
Wait a second. Can I need to find this. I need to find this. 1 second. I'm sorry if it takes a second, but I have to find this. Can I? Where's this clip? Oh gosh. Where is it? Remember when, do you guys remember Rick Ross as an Australian citizen? He's a bad poster boy. I disavow. All sex work is based. Very true. Just, if you want to do it, go ahead, Chief. You're fine. Oh fuck. What is this? I have to find this clip. It's the it's freaking Rick Ross's. Did Rick Ross promote date rape?
2013 is becoming a year to forget time metaphorically over his verse in the Rocco track promotes rape. The controversy is centered around the lyrics.
What did he say?
Molly all in.
Yeah, okay. So like he's like, if a guy said this, he'd be canceled forever. 2013, Rick Ross put Molly in her champagne. She ain't even know it. Took her home and enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. Oh. We can just move on.
This bitch is now interviewing presidential candidate Joe Biden.
I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like his mouth gets us in trouble so much. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want.
Yeah, only Cardi gets away with it. I mean, she possibly raped someone. At least she didn't sing a song about, she didn't rap a lyric about drugging and raping women. That's literally date rape. So I mean, what she did, bad. Like drugging and stealing from people. Yeah, I mean, that's bad. But I mean, and she should be, reprimanded for it, if not legally. I'm not sure if any guy wants to bring a case against Cardi B and say, I was stolen from Cardi B when I tried to smash, and then she stole from me after giving me copious amounts of weed. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to do that. So she probably won't be, held accountable. Even though it is bad, but lots of these people who have gone to I feel like there are people who have like unironically like killed people, I mean, Donald Trump is like a literal rapist, multi-rapist. He has a freaking kill streak on rape. He has a rape streak, like busting down doors in the Little Miss Universe contest because he owned the place. He thinks he can just do that, walk in like, what's up, ladies? Like, I mean, come on now. You're off to bed. Good night, cat. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
Like, we're dealing with a pandemic right now, right? And I just want answers. I want to know when this is over. I need somebody to tell me the truth, the hardcore truth.
Up and I'll rob them. That's what I used to do.
But the real...
Wait, what did those two things have to do with each other? I need someone to tell me the truth. And then it's like her saying that, yeah, I robbed people. Yeah, when she was poor, she robbed people. Incredible. Who could have thought of it? Incredible. I think some people have like done at least a little bit of robbing. I haven't, because I'm a good boy.
The reason I call it the Cardi B effect is because of her new song, WAP, Wet Ass Pussy. Now this song, people are blowing up.
As Ben Shapiro would like to say, wet ass P word.
Shapiro's freaking out. He didn't know he could get chicks wet. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I have no problem with the song itself. Men have been rapping about their dicks forever. I don't particularly enjoy listening to dudes rapping about their big old dicks, particularly because most rappers, or the good rappers anyway, are all black, and I can't relate to having a big black cock, unfortunately, as much as I have tried. But so many people are saying that this is such a beautiful song for feminists everywhere.
Who?
It's not a beautiful song. When John Lennon penned Imagine,
please tell me he has at least one site. Please, I'd take anything. I'd take a tweet with 1 like. I'd take a tweet with no likes and it has 300 comments saying that it's all bad, right? I'll take anything. I'll take literally anything. Nobody. Like, make your own fake account and then write it and then show it on screen. Something, please. Literally anything to prove your point, to back up your point at all. Don't just say it and then move on like it's true. Please say something, please.
This song with lyrics like this, as soon as I look down.
No, he's just moving on. He doesn't even care. Oh, he may have something. Okay.
Phone so I can unlock it. This is fucked up. And bearing in mind, this had nearly 200 million views in the first couple of weeks. By Cardi B. He got some money, then that's where I'm headed. Nice, good feminism. Oh yes. Pussy A1, just like his credit. Oh yes, all about money. Yes, if you give me money, I'll fuck you. Nice. He got a beard. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. I want to gag. I want to choke. The fact that I know that without reading that makes me really upset. I want to touch that little dangly thing swinging on the back of my throat. Now, I don't give a fuck about the lyrics, but don't pretend this is some feminist icon. All right?
I mean, it can be. Like the idea of women being super open with their sexuality, like men have been doing. Yeah, they can be. Definitely. I mean, like again, you cannot like it, but that could definitely be a feminism. You can.
This is just some big gang of bitch choking on dicks. That's it. And look at the media's reaction. Oh my God, this is the best.
The backlash to WAP proves how uncomfortable we still are with women's sexuality. Damn. It's exactly what I said. He don't miss, do he? Wow, he don't miss. Yeah, women being overly sexual in like the public eye is still seen as being slutty and whorish and garbage, and you shouldn't do it. As he went on to do before. If I can't cash mine to make King Cash Y, hell yeah.
Feminist song in the entire fucking world.
This is not saying that the song is Wait, these are just commentary on people hating the song. This isn't even people saying that the song is super duper like the feminine icon.
Oh my God, this is the best feminist song in the entire.
That didn't say that is the best feminist song. The WAP uproar shows conservatives are fine with female sexuality as long as men control it. Yeah,
world.
That makes perfect sense. WAP reaction shows how threatened men are by female sexuality. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's new anthem brought out an age-old debate over female sexuality, which this guy is engaging in. Okay, cool. I mean, he had nothing, absolutely nothing to back up his claim that this is actually something that people held up as a feminist icon. He just complained about it. Someone wrote about him complaining about it, and then he pretended that people are holding this up as a feminist icon. Sick, great, based, epic. This is what conservatives bring ideologically to the table.
This is what the women's suffrage movement was all about. Gang it on cocks. Now, let me just say this: if you don't believe,
and the last one too was about the outrage. Nothing, not even the articles that he put up, substantiated his claim that people are holding it up as a feminist icon. It's crazy.
Me that this is not about feminine power. This is the chorus. Dudes don't care. They don't care if you turn up. Dudes don't care.
Wait, what?
You will be looked down upon, and you deserve it because it's easy to be.
Here it is.
But don't be proud of it. You will be looked down upon.
You'll be looked down upon. Okay, so he's looking down upon them, and then people say don't look down upon them, and then he pretends like people think that they're the new freaking suffrage movement.
And you deserve it because it's easy to be a whore. You just have to turn up. Dudes don't care. They don't care if you're a
Dudes don't care, as he makes an entire video about him caring. Okay, that's it. I'm done with Isaac Butterball. He's just too dumb. He's just too dumb. And this is what happens. This is how easy you know what? You try and start an OnlyFans and let me know how that goes. See if you get rich off of it. It's easy to be a conservative commentator. It's really easy. Because you don't have to be smart. You don't have to be educated. You don't have to be interesting. And you definitely don't have to be funny. Looking at all these failed conservative comedians parlaying their grift into becoming a freaking YouTube commentator or whatever you're going to be. Like 1.5 million, my bad. 1.49 million subscribers. Yeah, like 1.5 million subscribers. 300,000 views a video with like the worst researched, worst cited, garbage argument, 13-minute video that didn't touch on anything in reality and be 99% upvote rating. The downvotes aren't even in the like thousands. And this is what you get. It's so easy to be a conservative. Anyone can be a conservative. Turn your brain off and then just spout a bunch of like r/conservative talking points and you're going to win every single time. Every single time. It's so easy. You don't have to be smart. It's hard to be left wing. I actually have to read. I actually have to do research. Like this guy, he didn't read any article that he ever put up. I know this for a fact because all of them disproved his point. These are the people we're working with.